Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of this shed clean out we're doing. I'm back here today. It's going to be a pretty warm day and I want to get the bulk of it gone. I've just loaded up the cardboard boxes. There's not much left on those shelves there. We do still have a big pile of stuff up in the front corner, and I do have some stuff in that room. I'm not sure if I've actually shown you that. I'll give you a quick peek now, but all the rest of it is pretty well done, as you saw last time. And the family have actually started to use this side and move some furniture in, which was why they wanted the shed cleaned out in the first place. Let's have a quick look in the back room. I'm probably going to leave that till last. I want to get the rest of this main shed cleaned and swept out and empty, and there's just a bit of stuff to drag out of there. Let's have a look. Okay, we may have poked in here in the first episode, I don't remember. Actually, now that I'm looking at the fridge, I think we did. So I haven't got anything out of here as yet. There's going to be a little bit more free stuff. The mattress is a problem. They always are. I might deconstruct it in my backyard, but it might sit for a while. I really don't want to, I don't have the time to run out to the transfer station. So a few other little things. It won't take long to clean this little room out. So I'll leave it till last because I could get everything in one ute load. So I'll get back onto what I'm doing now. They do want to keep that table, so I'll clean that off and move it to the other side. All the harness gear can go in the back of the ute this morning, and we'll start loading these other boxes. I'll show you if I find anything cool. It's been a pretty boring clean up this morning, although I haven't really looked in any of the boxes, but I have swept all the shelves down. The wall looks a lot better, all de-cobwebbed. There's not much of the shed to go, really just that corner. I will just sweep off the bottom shelf there. The ute is loaded with just stuff. Fortunately, there won't be very much rubbish at all. There's going to be a bit of e-waste, a bit of scrap metal, a few things I can sell in the shop. A lot of stuff I'll probably put in the dollar box, and I make up bulk boxes, like there's a whole heap of garden hose fittings I'll just put all in one box for $5. I thought I might add a little bit of suspense because it hasn't been very exciting. What's in the green box? It's a plywood box. I haven't opened it. I've just swept up around it, and it's got a bit of weight to it. So, I don't know, I thought it might have been rags or something, but it's a bit heavier for rags. So let's add some suspense to this video. There we go, it's off the shelf. Let's open it up. If it turns out to be a wonderful treasure, I might put it in the title. So if you haven't seen anything spectacular about this video, you know it's pretty boring. What's in here? There are rags. There's a blanket. Oh, that's where the weight was. Look at that. It's a nest of Aussie beer. Isn't that bizarre? Why would you put it in here like this? The rats have clearly been in here. They've nibbled away this blanket. This blanket will be a pure new wool blanket, so I can put that in the compost because clearly things like to eat it. But what about all this beer? It's been there a while. It's all light ice. It's not going to be any good. It would have got extremely hot out here in the shed, and the caps are looking a little rusty. So what are we going to do with that? Well, I would say it's a perfect chance for a worm beer test. I'll tip it all out in a spot in my garden and we'll see how the worms go. It will, I mean, if a lot of people were cleaning up this, they would have thrown it in the skip or they would have thrown it in the rubbish. You cannot put full stuff in your recycle bin. However, once we tip the beer out, we can indeed recycle the glass bottles. I just had a phone call and Lynn gave me the nod to get rid of this table and these chairs. They're probably a late 70s, early 80s era. You can see the table's an extension. I've just put both the leaves out. The chairs were in the other storeroom that they were going to keep, but no, they're to go now. There's no value in them for my shop. I could see a retro shop having them dressed up in a fairly high price, but realistically they're a very hard sell. I don't have the space in my shop. I'm going to I've just taken some photos of these ones. They're going on our local Facebook groups for free because the effort to move them and set them up is way more than what I'd get for them. And as I said, the space is an issue. So that'll do for today. It's getting pretty warm. I've finished sweeping up the shelves. So all I've got to do is that long timber. I might measure a possible use for that long piece at home and then cut it up here so I can transport it, because it's miles long. It'd be 6 meters long. so it's not going to fit in the van either. So I'll bring a saw around next time I'm here, and the next trip we will finish all this and get the main shed swept out. Then all we have to do is the small room, and I'll have to arrange to meet someone here to pick this up. It is a bit of an effort to give stuff away as well, and remember, I'm in business. I don't make any business giving stuff away for free, plus the time to come and help someone load it up. But I do like to find homes for things, and you know, it would be such a shame to see it thrown out. And what else do you do? It's another hot one today. Back to do a bit more in this shed. I've got a bloke coming to pick up that table and those chairs, which is excellent. They're out of my hair. I did put them on Facebook, and a few people mentioned, oh, they're worth a lot more than, well, I had them for free. But look, to me, I want to get rid of them for free. If someone else can do well out of them, that's fine. I'm going to tackle some of this stuff while I'm here with the ute. And I think this bloke's just about here. So I'll go and get him and help him load the table and chairs. Table's gone. Excellent. The guy was very happy. He actually gave me $20, which I'm going to pass on to the elderly lady that lives here, because she actually did think it was worth something. This corner, I've just been moving some tin and bits of pipe and everything. It's really just junk in this corner. Hasn't been touched for a long time. But we do have some car parts. I always like finding car parts. There's a manifold from probably a 6-cylinder Holden, definitely a 6-cylinder. It's a firing order. Don't know if it's going to have any value, but if nothing else, it's cast aluminium. There's the exhaust manifold. Looks like there's a fair bit of dirt in here. There's been some creatures living here. Not sure what all this rope is, but we also have the bell housing. So even a couple of engine mounts. Again, that bell housing's cast aluminium. I don't think it's going to have any value. It looks a bit corroded. We have some scrap weatherboards. Just a lot of growth in here too over the years. So I'll try and clean this up as best I can. Not really much value for me, unfortunately. Here's a wall hanging. Mad Dog Beware. It's made out of it's maybe concrete. It's a heavy, very heavy plaster. It might be concrete. There's a car jack. That might sell okay. It looks like a Ford one, maybe. But really not much value in here for me. Just more hard work than anything. So I'll just finish loading up some of this. There will be a bit go to the tip, unfortunately, but I'll be able to put it through my bins each week. I certainly don't want to have to do a load out there. So that might nearly do for now. There's a big sheet of builder's plastic here, which looks like it's never been used. There's a lot of it. So that may be handy somewhere. It's certainly saleable. All right, I might grab some of the cans of paint too, and we'll grab that bike frame. So we're getting there, but I'm not going to finish this today. I only just took the opportunity to put a few things in the ute because I was coming around to meet this guy to pick up the table and chairs. So be another decent morning in here cleaning up and sweeping, and then next week probably want to get it done before Christmas. Next week we'll get into that little storeroom there. All right, we're going to call it quits today. It's too hot and there's too much junk and there's too many spiders, and really it's a relatively easy clean from here. Later in the week I might pick a cooler day and finish off this main shed, but really that corner was just all junk really. I'm going to have to work hard to keep it out of landfill. You can see it all in the ute there. There's an old horse rug which I might actually use for a cover from one of my worm farms. The bike is sellable. The big piece of ply here on a bed end, it might make a handy bench extension in my shed at the shop. A little bit of carpet which I do use for weed suppression and also over the worm farms. Lots of paint which I'll have to go through. Some of it's totally dried up. Some of the cans are almost empty, which is fine because they can be recycled for steel. But any that are still usable I'll try and give away through the shop, because paint's a real problem to get rid of. We've got our green box full of beer, which we'll set up a worm test at some stage. And the hose reel is quite weathered, but the hose looks okay. It might be just a freebie. So we should be able to keep most of it out of landfill, which is the aim. It is a bit of work though for no return at this stage of the shed cleanup. Oh, back in the shed today. I just can't seem to get a cool day. Our weather's really starting to warm up here. We're getting into Well, we're nearly a month into summer now, and we've had a pretty cool start, but it's getting quite warm. I've just got this corner to clean up, and I'm around here this morning with the trailer. Now, the only reason I put the trailer on is I had to do another shed, which I didn't film, and whilst it's on the ute, I might as well come around and get the lengths of timber and also the fridge that's in that other room. So, to wind up this episode, I'm going to completely finish this shed. I've just got this corner to do, and I have to admit, there's not very many sheds that I have to do weeding. There's quite a lot of bulk come through there, but I'll clean it all up. There's a trailer just around the other side of the shed with branches and stuff on, so I'm sure they won't mind if I just put the grass in that trailer. Then I'll sweep up the remainder of the rubbish and put the rest of the small stuff in the ute, including those few engine parts, which we'll check out when we get back to the shop. And as I said, while I got the trailer here, we'll do the fridge and maybe the mattress out of that other room, because I need to get rid of that and it won't go on the ute. So I'll give a quick walk around when I finish this morning's work, and that will finish up this episode. Don't really have anything exciting to show you unless something else turns up in amongst the dirt or anything. And that will conclude this episode. So we'll do a walk around to finish up. I'm getting there in this corner. I've shoveled up a full bag and a half of dirt, so the rest of it should sweep up all right. I cut the big long board in half so it can go on my trailer. The car parts, I think they're Holden red motor, 186 from memory, 6-cylinder. I don't know, it's been a long time since I used to muck around with Holdens, back in the 70s. I'll have to do some checking to see if the manifolds are worth anything. As I said, the inlet manifold is cast aluminium, but it might well be worth selling. The exhaust manifold is cast iron. Don't know if they're saleable or not. The bell housing may be okay. So anyway, I'll check that on eBay before I scrap them. A little bit of steel, some nice copper pipe. As dirty as it is, it's copper pipe. A little bit of copper cable, so there's scrap value here. A bit more steel, quite a nice heavy piece of square here, which I will keep because I have some plans to make some stuff, and that sort of materials is very handy to have around your shed. So I'll just finish sweeping up here. I've now got the ute and trailer down the driveway. I'm going to, whilst I've got the trailer here, as I said before, I'm going to drag that fridge out. I might as well get the mattress out. I might as well grab whatever I can. I was going to leave this little room till next week, but the sooner I get it done, the better, and I can process it all at home. That's it for today. Very happy to get the main shed finished, all neat, swept down. I'm sure Lynn will be happy with that. So the family are free to use this for nice clean storage. I put the mattress on the trailer and some lengths of long timber and also that exercise bike. I've done enough for today. I've run out of water. It's about lunchtime. Just looking in this little room again, I've actually plugged this old fridge in. It's a Crosley Shelvador, and you know, I reckon it would be a great restorer. The handle's not broken, and lo and behold, she works. She sounds like a small truck idling, but it works. And in probably about 20 minutes, that little freezer thing is icy cold. So it works brilliantly. The only damage I can see, other than the fact that the seal is totally hard and bits are breaking off it, the only damage I saw was that the lid or the front door off the little ice chest thing here, the hinges are broken off and the little door's in the fold out section. So how cool is that? A really good clean up, maybe a paint job, and what an awesome vintage fridge. And this thing will probably it'll probably outrun anything you buy modern today. The inside here is actually really good quality enamel. It will clean up fantastic. So I'm not sure if I'll put it on eBay, try it on Facebook. I'm going to leave it here for now. But I'm really pleased that works. So I'll let you know on that one. It'll probably make the top 10 if I can sell it. Not much to go here. I'll get everything else in one ute load. I'll do it next week. Perhaps we'll finish up this episode now. You can probably still hear the fridge going. Hang on, I'll turn it off. That's amazing that runs so well. Anyway, we'll finish up this one now. We'll do one more episode of this this shed clean out, just getting the last things out of this little room, and we'll run through the notepad. We'll see where the value was. We'll work out if we're going to give Lynn a bit of extra money, because we did find a bit of good stuff, but there's been a lot of labour too, and today really hasn't been finding anything other than just cleaning up. But then I guess the fridge is a bonus. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.